Hello. I was curious on the breakdown between which one's better and in what situations between Blue Buff and Sojins in the new upcoming TFT set 15. So here, along with a couple spreadsheets of data I found to show you what I found. For those who weren't aware, Tier now gives mana regeneration instead of flat mana, and this applies to almost every single mana item except Protector's Vow, which gives 2 mana regeneration plus a flat 20 mana, which actually does come up um, in a bit later. And then the first thing I found is that if you only have one mana item, Sojins is always better. There is not a situation where Sojins is not better. Doesn't matter the class, they can be an attack tank, magic tank, attacker, fighter, mage, caster, assassin. Doesn't matter. Sojins always wins, literally every single time. Not saying that, I don't recommend putting Sojins on your front line. I'm not saying that. Just it will cast the fastest if you don't include CC, if you have Sojins on it. The only in situations where that's not the case is if the attack speed is below 0.45 on a champion, which, as far as I'm aware, that's never happened before. But if it does, blue buff will be better for 1 mana items if the mana is 0.45 or below. Just do be aware of that. Second is 2 mana items. It's a little bit more complicated here. So up until 0.75 attack speed or below, blue buff is generally wins as the premier mana item. Then what do you go with it? I will say Dawn Core is the best, but that's an artifact, so you don't always have that. So instead of that, if the ability costs less than 100 mana, you want to go Adaptive Helm. If it costs more than 100 mana, you want to go Protector's Vow. That doesn't exactly make sense at first, but the flat 20 mana for Protector's Vow is about 4 seconds of regen, or 60 seconds with Adaptive Helm, and Adaptive Helm stats is just better for lower cost things compared to higher cost things, and that's how that math works out. Now, if your attack speed is above 0.75, you're going to see Shojin is starting to win the competition. So there's that, and then the same thing for Shojin is that Protector's Vow is better if it's over 100 mana. Adaptive Helm is better for less than 100 mana. And then one more note is that I found with the math that Rise is really broken at the moment. It beats 3 Prodigies in almost every single situation. Rise seems just really good at the moment. So if you need mana, Rise is just really broken for your team right now. So just do be aware of that. And then a couple of disclaimers for this. I did not do any of these calculations with third cast or CC in mind. CC will help blue buff a bit because they're not attacking during that time, but blue buff will still get the mana per second. And then third cast, I do believe Adaptive Helm plus Sojin is better, but not everyone wants to cast 3 times or more. So you're going to want to keep that in mind for 2 casts and 1 cast in situations like that, and mana situations. And then a bit of TLDR, 1 mana, always go Sojins. 2 mana items, set 0.75 attack speed or below, blue buff, plus another item. 0.75 or above, Shojin, and then if the ability costs less than 100 mana, Adaptive Helm, greater than 100 mana, Protector's Vow. All right, hope everyone enjoys set 15. Thank you very much.